Okay, time to fill y'all in. Where have I been? What have we been doing? Why haven't I been vlogging since March? I don't remember when I stopped. A lot of it has to do with just my mental capacity. A lot's been going on with health stuff and like tests that I had done for my back and those results, and just some other things that I'm not going to go into too much detail with my back, but like just news that like it's not good regarding like my back issues are here to stay, and I can't really find a doctor that will do anything besides the stuff that we've been trying so far. That was, I think, like the point where everything else sort of just started falling apart, basically. We had ongoing house issue stuff too, which most of that has been fixed, although today I submitted 2 things for the warranty submission. So yes, we're still having issues with the house, which is just stressful enough, because if you guys have been following us since the journey of us building our house, you know that our experience with Highland Homes has been so that's been causing stress. Not that I didn't know before, but like it's sort of just been like it's here to stay, and like I just have to accept it. And there's still some things we can try, different medications we can try, but like just knowing that you're going to continuously live with chronic pain, it's just not a good thing, you know. And finding out some of those results and things from those tests, it just made some other things escalate in regards to my health. And the biggest one is our wanting and desire to start a family. If you guys have been following us for a while too, you know that we've struggled with infertility. We've been doing infertility treatments since 2015, or maybe end of 2014 into 2015, but let's just say since 2015. We've had more miscarriages than I want to talk about. And we have 4 embryos that are currently frozen, and the last couple months with the whole test and stuff, results from my back, just made me sort of break down and get really in a bad place because of not knowing if we'll ever get to try those 4 embryos. And while I know that being in the position that I'm at with my back and knowing the kind of pain that I've been dealing with every day on a daily basis, I know that that puts a greater risk at trying to get pregnant, even if you're trying to get pregnant naturally. Like, I get that. But in my heart, like, it's been so hard, and it's hard for Brad too, to know that those embryos are just sitting there frozen and not knowing if we'll ever get to try those to see if we could start a family via IVF. That's probably been like the biggest thing that has been weighing heavy on me, because I knew that I was having a birthday coming up, which I just had at the beginning of this month. And I think every year that goes by, it just gets harder and harder. And I'm gonna try not to cry. You guys know I'm a crier. We just want a family. Like, we want to start a family, and we know that IVF may not be the option for us any longer because of my back. But we also know that adoption is super expensive. And knowing that we still have these 4 embryos, like, we've invested so much time and money into creating those embryos, we don't know if it's even feasible or worth trying to transfer those 4 embryos. Well, obviously not at once, but like, I don't know. There's a lot of like questions going on between doctors and stuff right now, to see if it's even feasible. Like, I know that I would be considered a geriatric, is that what the word is? Geriatric pregnancy, because I think they consider that like anyone over 36, which is ridiculous because more and more women are getting pregnant later in life, like in their 30s versus like in their 20s. Not everybody, but a lot compared to years ago. So it's just crazy that they consider that. But anyways, because we have those 4 embryos, like us trying to get started with adoption is not that we don't or wouldn't want to go that route. It's just hard knowing that we've invested so much time and money into those 4 embryos. But it's also really hard because of everything going on with my back and not knowing if it's worth spending more money to do those transfers. But doing those, let's just say 4 transfers, would be a lot cheaper than going to adopt 1 child. So because adoption's crazy expensive as well. And I know some of you are about to say or have said or are thinking, why not just foster to adopt? So here's the other thing. We did start that journey back in Georgia, and before we moved here to Florida, we were pretty much ready to go to do the foster to adopt, or to at least start fostering and then hopefully adopt in the process. But then we moved here. So everything obviously got put on hold. Now that several years have passed since doing that training program, I don't know if I could mentally go through fostering and then having to return the child to the parent. Even though I know the whole point of fostering is to eventually reunify the child or children with the parents or family member, something. I get that. But being the age that I'm at and where Brad's at, I think he would have an easier time, but I know that it'll be difficult for him too. But for me, like, the unknown of not, I guess, knowing whether or not we have a better chance. Like, I mean, there's some situations where you would know if you have a better chance of having that child be adopted, you know, once you start fostering, but like, it'd be really hard for me to give those children back, whatever age they would be. I'm not saying that it's out of the question. It's just, I don't know if I could go through that. If that ends up being our only option, because like I said, adoption's so expensive. And the chances of finding someone who wants to do it outside of an agency, that's like a 1 in a million chance of that happening. Like, if you know so-and-so, hey, so-and-so's pregnant and they're looking for somebody to adopt, would you be interested? Like, the chances of that happening are so rare. Like, I know it happens. I've seen it here on YouTube. I've seen it on Instagram where those things happen, but like, it doesn't happen to everybody, because in a perfect world, that'd be great, but it just doesn't happen. Because those type of adoptions are much, much more cost efficient compared to adopting through an agency. But anyways, so all of that stuff has just been weighing heavy on my heart. And if you guys know me, I am a worrier. I am a Cancer, so I'm a water baby. I just am very sensitive, and I overthink things sometimes, and it's just really gotten to me the last couple months. It's been tough. I'm not gonna say that I'm not feeling the best yet, but I'm definitely feeling better, because at least we're in that process of like figuring things out a little bit more and just trying to see which direction we could go, if any. Yeah, I got through that without crying. Some other stuff's been going on with my mom. She was in and out of the hospital a couple times for about a month and a half. So that was a lot. There was a point where I thought I was gonna have to fly home because she was not doing really well at all. Thankful to say that, and prayers answered, that she is doing much better, because they actually were down in the end of June. Did I say that? My family was here at the end of June for a visit, and that sort of is what gave me a boost of energy and endorphins to sort of start feeling a little bit more like myself. Yeah, I've just had a lot, and a lot of it has to do with our journey to becoming parents, and it's just been weighing heavy on my heart. And finding out some of those test results from with my back and everything just sort of put a damper on everything. And it's just, okay, I wasn't gonna cry. I don't know, like I wish I could just snap my fingers and make my back get better and make us fall pregnant with one of our embryos or fall into $30,000 or something. But we've invested so much money already into IVF that, like, financially we just don't want to take out another loan. It's a lot. So thanks for listening to this reason why. I was trying to make it as short as possible. There's a lot of other little things that happen in between that, again, weren't the big cause of me, for me not wanting to pick up the camera and vlog, but having my family here was definitely like my motivation to pick up the camera back up, because it's one of the things I enjoy, especially being here at the house more frequent because of my back and not able to work and things. And it's just, I don't know, it's a lot. And I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna say, wow, having a baby or having a child, like, what's that gonna do to your back? Like, these are all questions that we're talking through right now, like, and we get it. I get it. But I've said before, all my back issues, when we were still doing IVF stuff actively, I would take 9 months of throwing up every single day, 5 times a day, or whatever. I would do it in a heartbeat in order to be a parent. I would do whatever it takes to adopt. And again, these are all legal things, like obviously nothing illegal. I don't know why I have to put that disclaimer in there, but you know, there's some people out there that will take this out of context. But I don't know. We just both really want to be parents, and every year that passes by is just, we're not close to that point at this point in time, and I want to be, and I hope that we can be somehow. But I don't know, like, I know I deal with chronic pain every day, and I would deal with even more pain every day if that meant we had the chance to raise a child, you know, like, I would do it. I don't know, I would do it. So that's the story, and there's more to it, but I may share more later on. I may not, I don't know. And I may share stuff with our infertility stuff. I may not. Adoption things, I may or may not, depending on what's going on. I don't know. Because everything's still up in the air right now anyways. I don't know how much of that I'm going to share, if I share at all, that kind of thing. So just know that. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody, if I haven't already, who's reached out via email, via private DMs on Instagram. I just want to say thank you. Over the last couple months, I may not have responded all right away, or, you know, this and that, but taking a step back from social media was like a really important thing for me to do. I was still on Facebook here and there, not here and there, more frequently than I was oh my gosh, I can't think of it. I was more active on Facebook than I was on Instagram, but I did have to take a step back from Facebook too, because when it rains, it pours when it comes to pregnancy announcements, and those really trigger me. And these last couple of months, I've heard of several old co-workers and friends that are more acquaintances, I guess I should say, or distance acquaintance. We're friends on Facebook, but not really talkative in person. They've announced pregnancies, and that stuff's hard. It's really hard. Not that you don't want to be happy for them, but someone who struggles with infertility, you're just like, when's it my turn, you know? So it just sort of puts you in a downward spiral because, and it literally, no joke, like 3 of the 5 pregnancy announcements all happened within the same 2 or 3 days. Yeah. So anyways, I'm glad I finally got to sit down and fill you guys in with what's been going on. I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys aren't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. And thanks again for all of your kind words, well wishes, and just prayers and everything over the last couple months. I greatly appreciate them. So I'll see you guys soon.